Hello! How are you today? I'm stoked about this episode because I'm sure you already thought about doing or not doing new goals for this new year that is coming. Doesn't matter if you did or not, because today I will share with you not 3, not 5, but 12 tips to help you get up that chair, couch, or bed motivated to make this new year your best one so far. So let's go. Tip number 1, really think about in which area of your life you want to make a change or start something new. Don't write anything, everything. And by the way, grab a pen and paper for this episode, because if I were you, I would make sure to write everything down and really follow these steps. Tip number 2, plan it being realistic. By that I mean make your research, write everything down, make a little bit of brainstorming, and really think about your life, your work, if you work 9 to 5 job, and make it realistic. Make it that your goals go hand in hand with your personal life and the professional life that you already have. That's why being realistic helps you to sustain that goals. Tip number 3, make a list of 3 goals. The most important, don't forget to be realistic. That's why I say don't make 1,000 goals in one sitting, because you will not stick to one of them. That I can assure you. That's why I say maximum 3 goals. Tip number 4, put those 3 goals in order of relevance. Which one you want to focus at first? That is important, because you need also to think which one is most important and which one is easier to get. If the most important one is not easy to get, it doesn't matter. Put it at first, because sometimes there are some goals that we know, because we are realistic, that we will not make it in 1 year. That's why you want to start it right away. Tip number 5, be specific with your goals. For each one, you need to have an answer for these 2 questions, the what and the why. This is important because you need to be sure what you want, what goals do you want, and why. Why is it important to you? Because without an why, you will not make it. I can assure you, I've been there. When you don't have a motive to do something, you won't do it. You will procrastinate. It's the same thing for people who says, without kids, I was one person. Now with kids, I am another one, because I feel the need to act when something is not right, an urge to do some action. That's why you need a why. Tip number 6, if possible, set a specific deadline for accomplishing each one of them, and make sure to set a date to control how it is going so far. For example, you can set a date every month or every week. Depends on the project, depends on the goal, how big it is. If it is small, I don't think one time a month will fit, because maybe you will accomplish your goal sooner. If it is a big project that you know it will take some time, maybe one time a month will do to you, but that is important so you know what you've been doing, if you are accomplishing something. Because if you don't control what you're doing, if you don't have any idea, if you have everything out of control, you can't have an idea how is it going. You know what I mean? So that brings me to my tip number 7, that is, be patient. Don't expect things to happen quickly. That's why I'm always saying to be realistic and don't want to rush things, and really think about these monthly updates for you, because we normally think we don't need it. We know what we're doing, but most of the times we don't know what we're doing, and we think sometimes we have everything in control, just to arrive at the end of the year and realizing we don't. So be patient, really give importance to this monthly or weekly update, where you sit down, if you need 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, sit down and pay attention to what you've been doing, what you've been accomplishing, how much percent have I accomplished on this goal, on the other goal, in every goal. My tip number 8 is plan small steps for each goal. Don't write every goal together and write every point, every bullet point that you need to do together, because that will not happen. You need to have a plan for each goal, and you need to think about each goal alone. You need to do small steps that would be realistic for you to to accomplish what you want. So you write down the title, goal X, and you write step 1, I will do this, step 2, I will do this, and so on and so forth. And then for the second goal, Z, step 1, blah, 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 step 2, blah, blah, blah. You understand the deal. My tip number 9, I read about the impact method. I don't know if you read about it, but I really like it. I really like that approach. Impact stands for integrated, measurable, positive, action focused, challenging, and time focus. Maybe using this method, I believe, will help you to know where to start, because sometimes we have a blank paper or a new book where we can write all those things, because I know how it is. I was that person that always in January I would go to the paper store and buy a new fresh notebook to write my new stuff with my best lettering style, and by February or April, my notebook will be forgotten. Sometimes when we stare at those blank pages, we YouTube, we Google, we make a lot of stuff and we don't know what to do, where to start. So I really think this impact method could help you. You need only to write these words and see how you can integrate your goal, measure your goal. You need that it needs to be a positive goal. Normally, obviously, we don't want negative ones. Action focus, you need to act on it. Challenging, because that will make you grow, and time focus, because that will make you focus on that damn goal. My tip number 10 for you is don't forget to make it your goals, not others. And you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. We all have those feelings that we don't want let others down, and I'm speaking friends, family, most usually family. We think that in order to be happy we need to be doing what other people want us to do. We already saw that happening with a lot of people we know on YouTube, or famous people. Almost all of them tell us the same things, until one day they realize, oh wait, I'm not living my life, I'm living somebody else's life. And that will not work when you speak about your happiness, your life, your goals, your own terms. That's why you need to really think. And this you can do already in tip number 1 when you are thinking about it. Think if these goals you have in mind are your goals or your family goals, your friends' goals, the people you love goals. They can't be it. They need to be your own goals. Tip number 11, be sure about the things from last year that you don't want to bring to this new year. So that is also important, because when we don't make any thought about it, we have tendencies to bring everything from last year to the new year without even realizing also the things that were not that good. So write everything down that happened last year that you don't like, that make you feel sad, things that people made, friends that you lost, what happened to those relationships, what happened that made you realize what's worth it, what's not, something that happened in your job, something bad. Write those things down, and those are things you don't want to bring in 2024. Tip number 12, last but not least, print your goals and make them visible so you can look at them every day. If you want, put them on the fridge. You don't need to read that, because every time you look at the paper your goals printed, you don't need to read it all. You will look at it and you will know, these are my goals. I don't forget that. I will not forget them, because this year will be my year. I will be happier than ever. You need to put these affirmations in the world. Print them. I mean it. Put it on a fridge or put it somewhere in your house where you are sure you will read them or you will see it, and it will remind you that you are focused. You can make it. You have everything you need in your power to make it happen. We all have. So make 2024 worth it. I really hope 2024 will be awesome for you. Share this video with your friends and family and everyone, because I want everyone to be happy, to write these tips down, to write their goals down so they can achieve everything in life. Write me a comment. Tell me what your goals are for the next year. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any video, any audio content, and we will see or hear each other on my next one. Bye!